Hi, Tim Russell here for Inovera Bioscience, 4-Via Vitamins and 4Bones Extra D Calcium Supplement. Well, today's February 22nd, 2019. Yesterday's newspaper reported that Pinterest suspended, and here's the article, that Pinterest suspended providing any results on searches on vaccinations. According to the company, the reason for this is that images posted relating to vaccines included negative messages against vaccination, and that's despite medical guidelines and research saying that vaccines are safe. Now, when I was a youngster, childhood diseases like chickenpox, measles, and mumps were rampant. There were no vaccines against these very infectious viruses. I was fortunate not to catch mumps, but I did get chickenpox and measles like several of my friends. Thankfully, there were vaccines even then against pertussis and diphtheria. Gone are the days when children died from those. We're fortunate today to have vaccines so our children and our neighbors' children and all their classmates aren't infected by diseases like measles. And besides children, of course, there are other people in our communities who, due to age, medical conditions, or drug treatments, they have lowered immunity and could be infected. But there are people who are afraid that vaccines cause autism because of a 20-year-old publication. The recent outbreaks of measles in Washington state show that measles is still around and causing infection. It's not just Washington. Last year there were almost 350 cases of measles all over the U.S. Well, why wouldn't parents want to protect their children? I think it's because in the late 1990s there was a doctor named Wakefield in England who published, along with co-authors, a study of 12 autistic children who had been vaccinated with MMR, a combination vaccine against measles, mumps, and rubella. The published paper didn't claim a causal relation between vaccine and autism, but Wakefield released a video in which he claimed that autism was related to vaccination with the combination vaccine. As you can imagine, this caused quite a stir, and thereafter there were extensive additional studies by other researchers, but they weren't able to corroborate Wakefield's results. And it also turned out that Wakefield had conflicts of interest because he had gotten a patent on a vaccine for a single measles shot, and also was being paid by lawyers seeking to sue the makers of the MMR vaccine. Further investigation indicated that Wakefield had falsified some of the data reported in the published study. By 2010 and 2011, Britain's General Medicine Council had banned Wakefield from practice, and the British Medical Journal published an article by an investigative journalist showing that data in Wakefield's study were fraudulent. Well, despite the fact that Wakefield's claims weren't substantiated by other studies, some parents refused to have their children vaccinated because of the fears stirred up by this study. The unfortunate result is that hundreds of children do get measles, and measles isn't benign. Children can die from pneumonia or encephalitis caused by measles, and even those who don't have such a tragic result have a few bad days to weeks from the rash and fever. They may even get complications like ear infections and damage to sight. Well, I hope everyone watching this hears the message that autism concern about measles vaccine has been debunked. You can read more about vaccines, including the Wakefield controversy, on the website historyofvaccines.org. That's a resource that was developed by the College of Physicians of Philadelphia. Well, thanks for watching.